Hey Libras, and welcome back to Deku Tarot and to your February 2020 reading. So this is for Libra Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Libra Venus. Take it if it resonates. If it doesn't, the messages aren't for you. We're going to be using the Ethereal Visions here along with the Tarot Muka deck, and we're going to check out what's in store for you this month. We're not going to focus too much on love just because I'm going to do separate love readings for everybody for February. They're just going to be a little bit shorter, fun, just more romantic because it is February. And it is the month where a lot of people celebrate love on Valentine's Day. A nice Venusian holiday, which I'm sure you guys get the hecka down with. Whatever kind of statement I just made there. Anyways, Libras, I pulled out a couple cards beforehand and kind of sat in your energy and really meditated and just connected to your energy and what you're going through right now. And I have to say, it was just like three major arcana cards popped right out, which is just, it's a lot to be coming from. I can see that. First two that came out right together there, your card, Justice, and the Death card. I feel when I see this, especially in combination with the Moon, which came out last, that we've probably been questioning something, wondering about something, really whether something is right for us, or what this really all is. I don't know what this has to do with yet. We're going to have to dig a little bit deeper, but this feels very big, as opposed to like relationships, work, just life path, overall you. Because, your card was the first to pop out here, and it's coming up upright. So we are in a clear headspace here, and I do think that we're realizing some areas where we really do need to start making some big changes. The Death card comes in to say, life is about to change. The Death card comes in to say you need to make these changes, otherwise really life is going to change and it's going to be uncomfortable for you. That's when the Judgment and then the Tower started happening. You don't really want that kind of energy to be coming in. And I remember in your yearly read, which if you guys haven't, definitely go check out the yearly read for 2020 to 2021. I went very deep, pulled a card for each month, but more importantly, I went over the astrology for the whole year, which is really big and very important, and you definitely need to go take a look at it. I do remember though from your reading that there was a sense of needing to see the truth about something or someone and let it go in the first few months, and it could be a difficult experience. We might not really understand why. The Moon, I don't know, the Moon is very peaceful in this energy, in this deck to me, honestly. So I'm kind of wondering about how you're feeling about it. I don't know, there's like a sense of peace, and yet knowing that something is going to probably hurt and be confusing and not really make all the sense. And you might be feeling kind of like, well, why did I go through this? Why did I have to be in this relationship? Why did I have to be in this job, do all this stuff to learn what, to do what? And yet you also know that whatever is ending, whatever needs to be let go of, whatever you need to fully release here, whatever you need to let die in your life here, there could be a little bit of a sense of mourning, and there is this person crying here in the corner. And yet, I don't know, with this Justice card, I feel like you're kind of seeing this in a non-emotional way for the first time. If you take away the emotions, and that can be hard, especially, during Pisces season when the Moon shows up, feelings can be intense and in-depth, and yet we're being asked here to step back and look at it from that higher perspective, to look at really why we're being asked to go through this, why we're being asked to confront some big questions and some fears. This has you confronting some deep-seated fears, I think. So let's look at your energy starting the month and then energy ending the month. Do check out your design on Teespring, Libra. It's up. I'm also going to be putting up a few more designs soon. Check them out. Let's see though. Your energy at the beginning of February, Libra. Okay. And your energy at the end of the month? I don't feel that's right though. I don't know. I'm going to put it back in and see if it comes out later. It doesn't feel right there. That's definitely not it. Yeah, that's more like it. Okay. Hey, it's better anyways. That's never usually happens, but sometimes other cards will pop out and I'm like, I don't think that was the answer. I think it's just popping out. And Nine of Cups is what came out after it, which is good. It's kind of saying, I don't know, because it was the Three of Cups that was kind of popping out. So we're ending up in a place where by the end of this month, we're going to know what's best for us, what's going to make us feel truly fulfilled on our own, not according to this person, that person, not according to this relationship, not according to this job and this amount of money. It's, do you feel emotionally satisfied? And if you're not truly feeling the depths of happiness, of joy, of really true feelings that aren't masked by something else here, that aren't given by something that isn't good. I don't know how to describe this. We're going to get there. You have an interesting read, and we're on the cusp of Mercury going into retrograde, which it will February 17th all the way through March 10th, so be aware of that. Fun stuff. It's retrograding through Aquarius and Pisces. You're starting off the month here at the Five of Swords, and I do feel that we've contemplated some type of battle that we're in here, or that we've recently been in. We could be fighting a lot at the beginning of the month. For those, we'll dip into this in romantic relationships when I do those readings, but I just get the sense a lot of you guys are having a lot of fights at the beginning of this month. Either people are frustrated for whatever reason, but you could feel very attacked right now. Like, you don't really get why people are coming in and saying this and then attacking you and leaving you and kind of leaving you in this vulnerable position of just like, okay, just like throw it at me one more time. He kind of just looks like he's like done. Like, if you were to come up and try to start something, he'd be like, go on, have at it. I'm already torn apart here. So it kind of feels like we're starting off the month in a lower place, and yet I feel like at the same time, mind-wise, you're starting to get the hang of this whole situation. There's a lot more truth in what we're learning right now than maybe we want to admit. Let's focus on actually your goals this month. That's actually still, no, we're going to use the Tarot Nuka now. All right. Let's look at your goals this month, your goals and your focuses in February, Libra. There's a lot of truth to how you feel. And if people aren't reciprocating, whether it be at work or in relationships, you're really starting to pull back and say, you want to treat me like that? You ain't getting nice, Libra, anymore. I'm holding off for something that pays the bills. There's a lot of focus on renewed abundance, but also abundance in the fact that you want to be enjoying your career, your work, whatever it is. You're seeking love here as well, passion, romantic feelings. And I don't mean just like falling in love, like in terms of relationships, but you want to feel that about your work. You want to feel emotionally rejuvenated. And, you know, because we're going into Pisces season, a season that is known for its creativity, a sign that's known for its creativity and for its innovation, and it's just ability to really swim against the grain and somehow make something better, and to make all these dream things and situations and ideas come to life. That's what Pisces is about. So take that essence of water, that Piscean element here, and allow it to balance you out. Whatever ideas you have, start putting them out there. You will see results. Don't just hold on to them. However, I do see, again, if we're talking about relationship, if we're talking about work, it's kind of like if you're not getting what you feel is equal for what you're putting in, if you're not getting the money, the love, especially the appreciation and feeling valued at work, feeling like what you're doing has value, and also that people are valuing what you're doing, is very important for you this month. And it feels like you're going to hold back here unless you get that. You're going to start holding back, holding on to those pentacles and saying, I'm not giving forth anymore until I see that it's going to be the Ten of Pentacles. That's my goal. I will stay exactly where I am until I get there because I want something more. And it's kind of like a lot of you, again, you're holding out for the big picture if you're not feeling something is reciprocating with you, being balanced in your life. But at the same time, there could be a lot of really great offers that eventually will lead to that. So don't hold on too tightly to what you've got when new offers and opportunities do come in for work. And when you start to feel that push to go for something that means more to you, something that is more true to what you want to be doing every day. How do you see yourself living your life every day? Is this the life you want to be living, or is there something more, a different type of life, a different style of doing things, a different path that you really want to be on. Let's look at your major obstacles and defining events. Let's get your major obstacles here. All right, Libra, your major obstacles in February. Don't be greedy this month, and don't get too greedy, especially when it comes to money, when it comes to appearance. And I feel like we might have to go. I know that we go over this a lot, and it's not like I'm trying to pick at you guys, but we find comfort and stability in having the good things in life, spending money on the good things. What looks really good to other people, having, you know, that the brand on it or the name on it. I did this for this, or, you know, I've got my Louis Vuitton on, or I've got, you know, my whatever. I'm having a hard time thinking of names, so I'm not really a fancy person. But I'm like the opposite side of Venus and Taurus, where it's very practical and earthy, and like you could just leave us in a forest with a sack and we would be happy and feel pretty in that for like a month. But you guys are kind of the opposite. And the material might gum you up this month. Don't get stuck on the material. Don't get stuck on the greedy. Money doesn't matter when it comes to your emotions and it comes to your heart. Material doesn't matter. That will fix itself. Never worry about that when you're ruled by Venus. Trust your higher self. There's something that's been trying to come through. And again, refer back to your 2020 reading, because the first few months have you really looking at the truth of something. And I think that you guys know deep down what this is. And by the end of February, you'll definitely know what your intuition's been pointing at you to end. What you know is coming to a close if you haven't closed it out yet. And there's like, I don't know, I don't think it's going to go that deep into it in this reading, because I think it might have to do with relationship. But it's just, you know, as most things are in life, you know, all these things are interrelated. So I'm not surprised a little bit of something's coming up here. But it also says trust in the higher self here, because right now you're being asked to look at what you really want to do and what really floats your boat. Especially in terms of, you know, how do you want your life to look? Where do you want to be living? The type of home, the type of surroundings, all that stuff. But don't get, again, too stuck up on the material. If you fear that you don't have enough money to do something, you don't have, you know, the backing to really make your dreams come true, to live your dream life, to make that move, to try that new job and leave where you're at. You know, you do, but you have to really study why you feel you can't. And what really holds you back here? What is really gumming up the works? What is really causing error in your life? Because there is something, and it's been there for a while, Libra, and I think we've talked about it for quite a while now. And I know it's the same thing, because the same cards show up again, the same energy that I get into every year. It's always there. So there's somebody or something, and I mean, Libras, you guys tend to continue relationships that don't bring you benefit. And I don't mean to call you out on that, because I do love you guys, but you're always trying to balance things out, make sure everybody likes you. And I'm not saying you're all like that, but I mean, it's a tendency to want to make people like us, to keep things in balance, to keep people from fighting, to be the person that's kind of, you know, the go-between whenever there's a situation. You end up being that person all the time. You end up righting wrongs that you probably shouldn't. And allowing relationships to still continue in your life when somebody's taken too much or pushed you too far, and you don't realize it because you get so used to being the fixer. It's going to be fine. Let's just balance this out. I'm willing to see it from your perspective. At a certain point, what about your perspective? What about what makes you happy? What about what you want? Because that internal part of you is pushing forward so strongly in what you want, and you really want to take it, it feels like, somewhere new. You have something, though, that keeps you from doing that. And again, there's all this, it feels to me like these goddesses are staring you down. It's like what you want to manifest, the life that you want. It's all there, and you can do it. You have this power. You can have all these great things, but you have to let go of something quite key in your life that you are desperately clinging to, that may offer you money, that may offer you comforts, that may, you know, get you the nice food, you know, allow you to get the nice jewelry. Maybe it's a person that buys this stuff for you. I don't know, but it's not good for you. It's what needs to be looked at here, because what it's really doing is taking from you. And it might show up as one thing, but it's the sneaky fox again. And I will say the sneaky fox and this type of energy comes up in your readings more than anybody else, Libra. And I do think, again, it's because you guys try to fix relationships. I find that Libras and Leos have the most friends out of anybody that I've ever, like any of the other signs that I know. Like, you guys are popular, and right behind you guys, Sagittarius, popular signs. So are Geminis. But I mean, you and Leo are like leaders, centers of it, you know. Leos are, you know, whatever, I'm going to do what I want kind of energy. And I'm not saying they're always like that, because they are also in their own right people pleasers and want to come off as a certain way, want to have things be their way, want the attention on them. But you guys do in a different way. You just want to keep everybody in balance. You want to keep all these relationships. You don't want to start going into any type of slasher type of mode here. You don't want to do what the other Venus sign like Taurus does, where they'll cut people off. They cut relationships off. You don't give them that. You don't get a second chance. You guys are the exact opposite. So note that. Ooh, oh my gosh. All right. We're not focused on anything yet. They're all face down, but we'll see what comes up here in your defining events. What are your defining events? Ooh. Okay, Libra. I mean, I'm a reader that focuses more on, well, my main focus for all of my readings is to get you on your highest and most fulfilling path. And that's why the messages don't just let you go. They're not just like, nice things are coming in and everything's sunshine and rainbows. Especially not with Capricorn doing what it's doing this year and all the other astrology things going on. It's not just going to let you off like that. It's like, you're dissatisfied? Well, let's make a big deal of that. You're going to really notice it this month. This is your defining event, is that you're not happy about something and you're not seeing the offers that you want. And yet, there's the Ace of Cups right there. And to me, when I see the Four of Cups and the Ace of Cups, I know that that Ace of Cups is that Four of Cups that we're waiting for, that fourth cup that we're dreaming of. We want it to come in so bad. And we're sitting here with 3 empty cups, waiting for that fourth one. It feels very imaginary. Like, she's got her eyes closed to it. She doesn't really see that she can have this in reality, but she has to choose it. What a message, guys. You have to choose this. If you don't choose it, it's not coming in. It's right there when you open your eyes. But if you refuse to open your eyes to something that causes you to be held back in life, really, it's just like it's holding you back from all your best, from your best life. The more you hold on to this, the more you desperately grip something that is not healthy for you, a relationship, a job, somebody, where you're living, a lifestyle, a life path, you know, whatever this is that you're gripping, take it as you will. It feels a lot like it has to do with career, money, stability. It's a sense of, I don't want to say greediness, but it feels that way because that's why you're holding on to it, right? Because it offers some sense of stability, some sense of security in your life. And without that, what would you be? Oh, what would you be? You'd be fine, though, because look at what happens. Oh, you have a lot of 4s, but these 4s all really want to break towards this 9 of Cups energy. What is your real dream? What is your real wish when you take everybody and everything else out of the equation? What kind of life do you want to be living? You really have to sit down and think about that, because it's time to. You have to choose to go for that 10 of Pentacles. And if you stay at this, where is it? I'm holding up all these cards now and I'm losing myself. The 4 of Cups and the 4 of Pentacles. If you choose to stay there, you're not getting where you want to go. You'll continue sitting here exactly where you have been this whole time. So choose to go for something. Again, I think that 2020 is going to be a year where it asks you to do a lot. So don't expect readings to be like, if you're listening to readers that are just telling you things are coming in and everything is gentle and wonderful and you don't have to change anything about yourself, it's lies. I can't help but just say, guys, those are lies, because that's just not a reading. Then why even do a reading in the first place? No cards, one card would come out. Other than that, it would have to be BS. It's going to be a year of work, but the work will be worth it. The things that we let go of, the things that you end, whether you understand it now or not, are absolutely in your best interest. So listen to those instincts, listen to those inklings. If something is starting to feel wrong in your life, pay attention. Something is outworn, it's welcome, and it's time to go. And that's always the message when you get the Death card, especially in combination here with the Moon. Something, by the pricking of my thumbs, something wicked this way comes. All right, let's pull some oracles before I get crazy here. Let's have some fun, guys. Let's pull some oracles. From the Lindsay Andrews deck, the Power deck for Libra. Again, keep an eye out for your February 2020 love readings. Those will be up soon, probably the next week. If you want to book a private reading, all that information is right below this video in the description box. I do appreciate it when you guys subscribe. I really appreciate the shares. Thank you so much for all of your support. What's going to come out here for Libras? Ooh, flipped right over. Oh no, I thought it did. Never mind, I lost it. These cards are extremely slippery and I'm sorry. If it wants to come back out, I guess it will because I don't know which card it wants. Okay. Ooh, okay. Essence. Life is like school. We move through it learning many things, cloaking ourselves in environmental knowledge. You are on the warrior's path toward enlightenment. You must one day peel away accumulated knowledge like layers of an onion and move back into the source of your power. When contemplating a Zen garden, you find that the source of your power is the essence of the Great Spirit. We come onto this earth walk like a giant piece of smashed mirror, every one of us reflecting the light of our God. The experience of life is a process of piecing together these scrambled fragments into one great mandala, reflecting the one source of all being. Like the center of a cyclone, we sit at the one point of stillness, the pandemonium of life circulating madly around us. Choose equilibrium, not frenzy. Live life from your center. The essence of you and the essence of the primal moving source of the universe are one. I think you guys needed to hear that. Okay? Take courage, guys. Live your passion. Live in your ecstasy. Live in what is right. Live in what is equal. Go for what truly makes you feel joy and stop hinging your bets on something that just feels like it's become natural for you to reach for it when you need security. Natural to know that it's there. But that thing, it also is what stops you from reaching your full potential. So sometimes, again, you need to let go of something that's very secure for you, and that can be very difficult this month. But on the other side is everything you've ever wanted. The self-fulfillment, the life. I don't know, I'm seeing some of you like imagining like an apartment, like in a city, like your dream place, living there all by yourself, doing what you love to do, just being happy. I don't know why. I just feel like some of you guys have these really big dreams, and just for yourself, focus on you this month. You can't, again, what happens when you take everybody and everything else out of the equation? What is the truth of what your happiest dream would be? Ancestors, the love and legacy of our DNA. When this card comes up, you know, a lot of ancestors, your higher self is there, of course, always, but more like passed on loved ones, ancestors, those that you reach out to, especially those that have been alive and known you, are trying to help you get to your highest potential. So that's why it's asking you to let go of something, to really look at, again, what is the Seven of Swords in your life? Because you're going to notice it. You're going to really start noticing certain things. So should the ancestor card bring itself to your attention, know that you are ready and able to action your birthright of power. You have the support of those who came before you. There may be challenges or struggles, but you have everything you need to overcome them. You will prevail. So don't worry, you'll prevail. You have what you need. So stop like looking to the material. Stop looking for certain things that give you security and start relying on yourself and the fact that you're going to get here. But you really got to choose to get there. All right, Libras, those are your messages. Hope you guys enjoy them. Keep an eye out for your love readings. Have a wonderful and blessed February. Check out your designs and stuff on Teespring. Check me out over on Instagram and have a blessed month. Namaste.